So Notion recently released their block by block event, Better Databases, and the great news, it is and has arrived, and many people are taking full advantage of it. Now today we're going to overview how it works in terms of a few of the updates, and also talk a little bit in the second half of the video about a few little known sort of skills inside of this new databases that you can check out. Now before we begin, Bento, our new application, is drawing ever nearer. If you want to do less but more meaningful tasks, you can check out the waitlist below. Now the great news is it'll be a complementary app to Notion, helping you to get more priority tasks done. So check it out and be the first to know with our waitlist. Now, as you can imagine, Notion has introduced these better databases. There are a few core things that have changed about these databases, and they definitely look a lot different. So let's first talk about the quick filters. Now, quick filters are a much better way of managing filters in your Notion. They're so much more accessible because you can pop them down below your tabs, which we'll talk about in a moment, and be able to monitor them really easily. Whether that's changing priority or who it's assigned to, or even a date, you can naturally be able to access them there. And the great thing is there's a save for everyone button, which really does allow you to do some great things there in terms of being able to save it for a global view with your team. Now, another visual change is the tabs, and this is a much better way of organizing your databases. Tabs just helps it to be easily accessible and be able to move between layouts, which can be accessed on the right-hand menu bar. And that menu bar does help you to organize and really plan properties, filters, and much more just from this little menu view, which is really nice to be able to organize those database options. Another thing that has changed is the ability to create views from existing databases. Say you wanted to create a sort of widget inside of a marketing page, you can definitely do that now and choose an existing view, which is perfect because you can actually modify it to something that's already been built instead of actually having to recreate the database when you're linking a linked database already, and that can sometimes take you a lot of time, and that's something that's going to really save a lot of people some time. So Better Databases has really improved the way that Notion express that information, and definitely much more understandable. And as I said, those page widgets makes it so much easier to embed those existing databases with the views you already have. And you can also do secondary modifications to that to further detail it for that specific page mention. And it will still sync with all of the information that you'd expect on that database and the original database that you have. You can also do things like owner filters as well, which is perfect for narrowing down things that you're working on and things that are your priorities in your team. And you can even reset filters with one click of a button when it's actually been modified, which is something they've more added recently. There's also an update to the All Updates feed. Now, when you're in the All Updates feed, it includes both read and unread notifications. Now, you'll see a new Archive Read option that only archives the notifications that you've already read, keeping your unread notifications for later. Another little hack that I learned from a great video from Marie Poulin, well worth checking out if you want to dig a little bit deeper into the databases aspect of Notion, is to hide your database title, and this is a great addition, so I recommend checking the video out below. You also now have sub-pages. The ones that are deeply nested load 50% faster, and apparently according to Notion, specifically 57% faster. So expect to see faster load times on any sub-pages that you create inside of Notion with that infinite hierarchy that you can create. Now, as you can imagine, many of the courses out there inside of Notion will probably become redundant. As you can imagine, a large change to databases dramatically change how Notion can be used. So this is a great step forward for Notion, and we're excited to see some of the future updates that they're planning to release in the coming weeks and months. Now, again, if you want to become part of the Bento waitlist, you can check it out in the link in the description. We're super close to launching, so please do check it out and get signed up today. Thank you very much, folks. Hopefully this gave you a nice overview of the new, better databases in Notion.